Hello, everyone, and welcome to the History of Global Cinema. Again, hopefully you made it through this Start Here video. This video is going to be similar, but it's going to have a little bit more detail as we start to dive into the content and how this course is actually going to work. Again, I just want to keep hitting this because it's super important. This is a 4-week course that covers 16 weeks of content. So basically every week we are covering 4 weeks of content to get through this in the amount of time that we have together, all right? You're going to work through 4 modules a week. Again, I leave them open from Sunday to Sunday, but I think a very good kind of approach is to take a couple hours each day, Monday through Saturday, and work through all the modules and then take your Sundays off. That's a good way to do it. I provide all the films for the entire course. So I think our first film that we watch in Module 1 is found on YouTube. Every other film after that, I provide it on Canvas. There's going to be a password that protects it. You just got to, it's either going to be above or below the video. You just type that in and you'll have access to the film. You definitely want to keep up with the schedule because it's important for your success here. If you start to fall behind, you won't have time to catch up, okay? That's going to be very important. The content in the course is we are going to look at each film and analyze it or critically analyze it from a production lens, a film production lens, okay? You don't have to have any filmmaking experience to take this class, so don't worry about that. But we're going to talk about kind of how a film is structured from these 5 elements. We're going to talk about narrative, which is the writing and directing of the film, okay? That's a story. We're going to talk about cinematography, and I apologize if you're hearing sirens going. We're going to talk about cinematography, which is all the visual elements. Again, we're not going to have time to break down every little aspect of what goes into the visuals, like production design and costume and hair and makeup. So we're going to clump all of that into the cinematography, which is kind of the photography of the way the film looks. We're going to talk about acting performance. We're going to talk about editing, and we're going to talk about sound design. So those are the 5 elements that we're going to explore. And we'll take a deeper dive into each one of them here in our first module as we kind of learn how to kind of break those down and analyze them. The Canvas classroom. So you want to engage with every page in the module. Don't skip through stuff. Everything in there is important. You might find a question on a quiz that references it. You might get a prompt in a discussion board that references it, and you're trying to compare it or use it to help analyze the movie. So make sure that you're looking at all that stuff, watching all the videos, reading all the content. There's a next button at the bottom of each module page. You just click that, and then you can advance to the next module page. It's very important, again, I'm going to hit this again, that there's a getting to know you discussion board that's found in, I guess it's found in module 1, okay? So I apologize. I think on the last video I said it was in the course information module, but I guess it's in module 1. I apologize for that. And it is due in the first day of class by 11:59. So that video, or that assignment is there so that I know that you're engaging with the class and you're not a no-show drop. So please make sure you get that assignment in. You want to watch the syllabus video, just kind of explain some important elements of the class. It's kind of our contract, your contract with me and my contract with you about how we're going to run this class. There's another video on how you earn your points. It's very straightforward, but I want to make sure that it's very clear so that there's no discrepancy or no confusion. And also on the syllabus page, you can download the syllabus, which I suggest you do. Keep yourself a copy of it and reference it if you want to know what's going on. There's a schedule in there, as well as if you want to kind of look up kind of some of the things that might dictate how the scoring or grading goes in the class. All right. Canvas questions. There is a hotline. The number right there is on the screen. They are available 24/7 and they are very good. I've been on the line with them a few times in my time using Canvas, and they are also very super supportive, and they help me out every single time they fix my problem. All right. You can also reach out to me. There's my email address. I'll usually get back to you. It says on Canvas and on my syllabus that I get back to you within 48 hours. It's usually faster than that, but I give myself some leeway there. And then over the weekend, you might run into having trouble getting hold of me because I don't just sit on my computer like waiting for someone to email me. All right. If this is your first time on Canvas, there's a SAC quest for online success. It's a good little kind of module to take. It's in the course information module, and it'll link you there. And if you don't know Canvas, if you haven't used it, there's a couple great little things that you can learn a lot about how Canvas works and how to navigate it by going there. So please take care of that. Keys to success. And you have to complete each module that I open before Sunday. All right. So again, 4 modules a week. You got to hit it. I'm not going to open them up. I'm not going to give you an extension. It's not how this class works. We move way too fast. The class is too short. Okay. You want to watch and read all the content on every page. If you want to understand what's going on and you don't just want to copy and paste into ChatGPT what I'm asking you to get, you want to do it yourself. If you're more than welcome to give it a shot to try to just copy and paste to ChatGPT or whatever it is you use. If we catch you, if you get caught doing it, you won't pass this class. So we don't want to do that. I don't want to get into that with anybody. So please just make sure that you're reading all the content, going through all the content, and then participating in the class properly. All right. You're going to watch each film from start to finish. Some of the films are short, like our first film is 20 minutes long, but it's a short film. There are some films that run about an hour. Okay, an hour and a half, about 90 minutes. But there are a couple films in the class that go closer to 2.5 hours. So you have to make sure that you give yourself enough time to watch that entire film so that you can understand what's going on and answer everything and do the quiz and everything, all right? You want to respond professionally in all the discussion boards. You want to use kind of professional language. You don't want to be talking with too much slang. You don't want to use curse words. You don't want to use texting kind of texting language or texting text in the sense of you want to use proper grammar. You want to capitalize things. You don't want to put letters that are supposed to be words, things like that. If you have any issues, definitely reach out to me right away and we'll try to solve that problem for you. And again, don't ask me to unlock assignments or modules because I'm not going to do it. All right. So thank you for coming and taking this class. Again, a lot of information for you to go through. This is, sometime close to day 1 that you're looking at this. So please take the time to look through all the course information, dive right into module 1. Definitely do that getting to know you discussion board so I know that you're taking this class. And again, reach out if you have any questions. So looking forward to running this class with you. Excited to watch all these films and kind of expose you to all this great cinema. All right. So take care. We'll definitely chat soon and reach out if you need anything.